I've loved cars for as long as I can remember. I think the first memories I have of really being aware of cars is when my parents got a white 81 Corvette. My dad was a co-owner in a business that bought and sold old Corvettes. When I was about 13, my dad started dragging home all kinds of cars. What's cool to me is that my dad still has the 57 Chevrolet truck that I learned how to drive in. Originally, my dad told me that when I was 16, I would get to drive one of the old Corvettes that he had. And when he found out how much the liability was going to be on a 16-year-old, he decided that's not a very good idea. So he had an old green Chevrolet truck that he had used as one of his cable TV trucks. So he told me to come up with a paint job that I wanted, and so I actually drew it on a piece of paper. Originally, it was supposed to be a lightning bolt, and then very quickly my friends called it the Z-Truck. I've had my 69 Camaro since 1988. Originally, we were just going to take the car and I was going to drive it to college. It was in such bad shape that we just went ahead and tore it all apart. Quarter panels, new engine, transmission, drivetrain, interior, everything on the car has been replaced or restored. Back then, you had to actually have a parts car because they didn't make parts for these cars yet. I think that's when I discovered that I really enjoy more building them than driving them. I decided a while back that I can't take this car with me when I'm gone, so I might as well drive it and enjoy it, and hopefully my kids will enjoy it as well. It's always fun to see people's reactions when you're driving down the road and they pass you. And different than what all modern cars are is that people really kind of turn their head and go, oh, what kind of car is that? And I think that's what I love about them as well, is that they're unique and they're just cool. To me, old cars have soul. They really do. They're like a work of art. I've restored 6 cars from the ground up. It's a real cool journey and a lot of satisfaction when you take an old car that's in really bad shape and it needs everything replaced on it, and all the hours and hours you spend turning a wrench and repolishing chrome and redoing the screws and the bolts and redoing the engine, and when you get it all put back together, the first time you fire it up and you're just glad that everything's hooked up and it's running, and then to get in it and drive down the road, to test everything out, and it's just the satisfaction that you did it. I've always been able to look at an old car and see it finished and see it in my head how I want it to be. And so it's really cool to finally get it all done, and it's very exciting. I love body lines on old cars, the chrome, the fenders. I really love old interiors. I think they're very simple and just cool how the designers came up with how they look, the fit, the feel. I love old instrument panels and the way that the gauges all come on when you turn on the key. It's just things that you don't have in modern vehicles anymore. I love the way that old cars sound, the way they rumble. An old car has a distinct sound to them. Its exhaust, the engine, they have so much character compared to new modern cars. My dad and I still have a lot of raw material, and I look forward to finishing more projects with him.